If you clicked on this video, it's because you want to lose weight. You've hit your tipping point. You're getting sick and tired of the same old and you want to see change. Well, you've clicked the right video. I'm going to give you a foolproof plan on how to start losing fat now. Not only just start losing fat, but start building some muscle as well too. And remember, everything I'm going to talk about in this video is in depth in my ebook. It's in the final diet. Get yours right now. So get yours right now and follow the video, or just follow the video and at the end of the video, get the book. But either way, let's dive into it. Now, what can we expect from this plan? Number one, you are going to lose anything between 1 to 2 pounds of fat a week. And I say 1 to 2 pounds because based on your choice. Let me make things clear. I'm gonna be super honest with you guys and transparent. I'm giving you a plan that's gonna still take work. There is no easy way for you to lose weight. But I'm telling you right now, the fact you click this, I know you can. I believe you can. You have all the power in the world to do it. So you're going to have to work. And I promise you, the work is going to be worth it. So when I say 1 to 2 pounds, it means that you can do the low end of burning 3,500 calories a week, or you do the high end in burning 7,000 calories a week. That's basically how we do it. The only way to burn that is to burn off that many calories, not add that much more calories. We have to be in a deficit of a weekly 3,500 or 7,000 calorie deficit. Depending on who you are, it's gonna depend on how fast you want to lose it. Now I'm putting this plan together for you guys to be able to follow it. It's gonna be work, but it's gonna be straight to the point. What else are we gonna get? We're gonna be able to build muscle as well too. How? From losing weight, how am I supposed to build muscle? Let's just make up a person. Person A is 10% away from where they want to be in terms of their body, right? Person A. They could be a woman or a man. They could just be literally a man, they want to get down to 50% body fat, or the woman, they want to get down to 20% body fat. I'm saying those two numbers because those are good, healthy range, athletic range to see, some definition, whatever. We got to lose 10% body fat. Okay, that means you have 10% of fat on you of energy that you can use for energy. Overall, the main part of this isn't just to lose weight, it's to be healthier. We want to lose weight and get into a place of being in a healthier body fat percentage. I didn't say we have person A and person B or whatever person that wants to lose 10% body fat and they want to get down to 5% body fat. I'm saying they want to get to a healthy body fat percentage. As a man, you want to get down to 30% body fat. As a woman, you want to get down to 20%. You might be 25% body fat as a male and you want to get down to 15%. Those are very healthy ranges. And what comes with having a healthy body fat percentage comes all the benefits of that. Remember, getting a overall healthy body, the benefits of that is a longer life, period. A longer, enjoyable life. So what's our diet look like? Okay, here we have it. Person A that wants to lose 10% body fat. So let's just make an arbitrary number. This person is 250 pounds and they got to drop 10% body fat. That means they got to drop 25 pounds. These 25 pounds can come off realistically. And from my experience coaching people, 20 pounds would be like in the bodybuilding world, just like people want to say like, you kind of want to stay in between around like 15 to 20 pounds of stage weight. Sometimes impossible. You're looking at 25 pounds, sometimes 30. Anything between 15 to 30 pounds, someone's going to be peeling off in a prep. So when it comes down to real life and, I would say goals and timing, if you're trying to get off 25 pounds of fat, you can do that between 12 to 25 weeks. If you want to work really hard, that high end and get that 2% more, I've seen it happen in 12 weeks, you definitely can. In 16 weeks, you definitely can. If you just want to do 1 pound a week and take it real slow, you can do it once a week, a pound of fat a week. If you want to go extreme, you can do it in 12 weeks. If you want to do it less extreme, we can do it in 16 weeks. If you want to take a sweet ass time, you do it in 25 weeks or more. All right, so what do we do? Number one, we got to find our maintenance, right? So what is maintenance? Put it this way. If you've been watching and you know that in the last, few months, your weight hasn't gone anywhere. It hasn't done anything at all. It hasn't gone down, it hasn't gone up. You're going to track your calories for a few days and see what those calories actually look like. What is actually sustaining the weight I am right now? So whatever exercise you're doing and whatever training you're doing, cardio, work, whatever life, whatever you're consuming is basically maintenance. We're going to find out what maintenance is. Let's just say maintenance is 4,000 calories. It's actually like 3,700, but let's just say maintenance is 4,000 calories. And let's just say you find out that you probably been eating more than 4,000 calories. It doesn't really matter. Maintenance is 4,000 calories. So again, we want to lose 10% body fat, 25 pounds of fat needs to come off. How do we do that? We need to be in a deficit on a week-to-week basis to get those 25 pounds off. What kind of deficit do we need to be in? Well, to make things clear, right now, the person watching this, I'm gonna assume you've been eating too much. And whatever eating that's maintaining your size right now is more than you should be eating. So there's two ways we can put ourselves in a deficit. Here's one big mistake people make. They chop off all the food right away and they do a ton of cardio, or they chop off all the food right away and they do no cardio. And then by the time they lose the weight, they're like, I can't lose any more weight and I've been eating hardly any food. Where else do I go? And like, you can't really go anywhere anymore because you're starving your body. You can't. You just can't. We'll get into a video down the road on the reason why you just can't keep cutting away calories and expect your body to lose. So we're going to assume that the person watching this right now, that you guys that are watching, your maintenance is created because of the surplus of food you've been eating. So now we're not going to just cut the food off. We're going to say, hey, look, there's two ways we can do this. We want to lose, again, 1 pound to 2 pounds a week. What do we got to do? We've already said that a pound of fat is 3,500 calories. That means that you need to be eating less. So you got to be in a 500 calorie deficit. So if you're eating 4,000 calories, you need to be burning 500 calories, which would be 3,500 calories a day, right? A 500 calorie deficit on a day-to-day, 7 days a week, is 3,500 calories. That's a pound of fat. Now, we could do a couple things. One, we can just chop off food and say 500 calories, gonzo. Or we can do 250 calories from food and 250 calories from exercise. And we're gonna say exercise more so of your actual cardio. We'll get into cardio after in a sec. But those are ways we can do it. And then as we move on, we can continue to go up and up and up. Now, why do I wanna do that? Well, here's the thing. If I dice off all the food and give you a bunch of cardio to do, guess what's gonna happen? You're eventually gonna get slower and slower in terms of the output, your body's ability to perform, put a little more oomph in your step, pep in your step. Everything starts to kind of get lower and lower and lower, right? You don't have enough energy to sustain the goal you want to achieve. Meaning, if I want to burn fat, I need to use energy to burn fat. So if I don't have that much energy to burn fat, burning fat's gonna take a long time to go because you're just doing cardio like this.
You don't have any food.
Or you could do cardio like this. Still, right? Now, is this plan meant for you to suffer? No, it's meant for you to work. Maybe suffering feels like work to you, but it's gonna make you work, all right? So that's how we're gonna do it. Again, that's the one way. We can cut off 250 calories of food and 250 calories of cardio. What does 250 calories of cardio look like in terms of time? Well, if you're doing 150 watts, we're just talking zone 2 cardio. That's about 30 minutes of cardio. Of steady state cardio will do around 250 calories. It will. It's around that. Very easy to do. So you're at 30 minutes of cardio. Now, what's the other way we can do? And here's how we speed things up. I call it a cardio blitz. Now again, when I say cardio, we're not doing HIIT training. I'm not expecting whoever's watching this to be like, all right, I'm gonna go outside and start sprinting right away. I'm giving you some low hanging fruit things, all right? We're gonna do some steady ass state cardio, some zone 2, monotonous, boring cardio. And guess what you're gonna do to make sure your cardio is not boring anymore? I promise you, where you're doing your cardio, whatever gym you choose, has Wi-Fi. And I promise you, whoever's watching this, watches or binge watches YouTube or whatever other platform, and definitely has 30 minutes to an hour to waste on a treadmill, stepper, elliptical, whatever it is, 100%. If you're saying you don't, you're lying. And if you're saying you actually don't waste time on whatever, guess what? You're now watching my videos for cardio. There you go. Right? So you're gonna do either 30 minutes of cardio a day with that 250 calorie deficit, and you're gonna burn 1 pound of fat a week. Or you're gonna be like, F this, I'm trying to get this fat off now. I'm doing an hour cardio. What does an hour cardio do? An hour cardio at zone 2, steady state, I'll give you an idea. 150 watts is very, very minimal. Low paced cardio. 150 watts times 3.6 equals the amount of wattage or calories burned of the output within that hour, which is 540 calories. So if you do an hour of cardio a day, here's what it looks like. You're eating 3,750 calories, whatever, all right? You're eating that many calories, around that. Let's just say you're eating 3,700 calories. Instead of 4,000, you're dropping 300 calories. And then you do an hour cardio a day of steady state, zone 2, walking, 15 inclines of treadmill, 2 speed, 2 miles per hour, whatever, and you're watching The Boys. There's a bunch of new series coming up that you can watch. Whatever you're watching right now or binge watching, which I guarantee you are, you're now doing it while you're doing cardio. And you're gonna do that until those 25 pounds come off. So if you do the latter, and here's what it looks like. 500 calories from cardio, 250 calories from food, 750 calories. Where's the rest of the calories coming from? Ah, there you go. It's coming from training.
Johnny, you said never use training as burning anything.
I said we're not going to use that as the main go-to, but when you train, you're using calories. So it's indirectly going to be burning calories anyway. Then guess what? The average workout for somebody who's training pretty hard, it's gonna be around 150 to 200 calories. So there's the rest of your calories. Hear it again. Number one, if we do the low end, we're just gonna dice off 250 calories of our food from maintenance, and then we're gonna do 250 calories of cardio, which looks like 30 minutes. So 250 calories off food, 30 minutes of cardio, 7 days a week. Or we're gonna be like, cardio blast, I'm sick of this fat, I want off quicker than I want. We're gonna do 250 calories off of food, and then we're gonna do an hour of cardio. And then our training is gonna be what? All right, what does training look like? Here's how we're gonna maximize your training. You're going to try your best to commit to training 6 days a week. You're gonna try your best. If you can't do that, don't worry about it. We're gonna train 3, 4, 5 days a week. Here's what we're gonna do if we can't train the most amount of times a week. We're gonna make our training very high in volume. You're going to train whatever muscle group you can train, whether you do a bro split 3 days a week, 5 days a week, 6 days a week. Your rest times in between each are going to be strict. I'm not saying we're gonna make it so you're going to the next set and you're huffing and puffing. We're gonna make sure that we are doing our best to not sit around and waste time. Again, if we're training properly in the gym and taking proper rest times and listening to our body and then doing the next set as we should, we're going to burn the most amount of calories. But if you're doing your set, it's a hard ass set. You did a great set. 20 reps, whatever. You're doing mile match, rest pause, drop sets, whatever it was, the pump's crazy. I'm hurting pump. And then the set's over and that you sit there and talk for 10 minutes. You just wasted so much of an opportunity to burn some extra calories in there by just making sure that we're getting to the next set or the next exercise in a timely fashion. So you're gonna rest 2 minutes minimum. And at that 2 minutes, if you feel like you get back at it right away. So you can burn some calories. And then you're gonna take your sets and make sure your sets are longer. We want longer sets. We want the cardio to be working, right? We want you to have the most amount of lactic acid buildup. We need to burn some calories, but making the shit intense. Got it? Training. I don't care what it is. 3, 4, 5, 6 days a week. I don't care what it is. We're gonna make sure within your training, you're doing sets that are long and you're resting a good amount, 2 minutes in between. Rule of thumb, if your set takes a minute and it's hard as hell, you should be resting 2 times the length of your set. And make it easy for you guys. If your set takes a minute, you're resting 2 minutes. Minimum, right? If you're doing like, say, a big set of squats, and I don't know, your squat session or whatever set took a minute and it gassed you right out, and then you rest 2 minutes and you're still like, oh, damn, whew. Then rest a little longer until it subsides. Make sure you keep an eye on it. Don't sit there in 2 minutes like, oh man, my heart rate's still skyrocketing. That was a hard ass set. And you look back down after you're talking to some dude or girl or, I don't know, buddy or someone, and you got lost in the social media black hole and you look up, damn, it's been 10 minutes. Use it, right? Use it. Click it, set it up so it beeps, notifications, whatever, right? Don't waste your time, is all I'm trying to say. So, again, when it comes to cardio, anything you want, any kind of cardio. What about walking outside? Walking outside is good, I get it. But if we can be in a place where we can control the environment, I did a video the other day of like me walking outside and my cardio, whatever. I'm gonna do a majority of my cardio when it comes to me strengthening my cardiovascular in a gym somewhere or my equipment downstairs. Why? Because I can control the intensity the entire time. I know that if I'm walking for this X amount of time, I'm walking on this incline or this intensity, you know what I mean? So if you can use a machine of some sort, if your job is like, you walk around a lot, place to place, maybe you're picking things up and moving things around all the time or walking them downstairs, whatever, and your job is pretty intense, it's good to have that as your base. Because you can add some cardio and you have to add as much cardio, but you can't be like, this is my cardio. You want to know why? Because the job you're at, your body's accustomed to it. It has adapted to your everyday. It's adapted to your work intensity. It's already been done adapted. If not, you wouldn't be watching this video. You'd be like, I work and walk around. I'm losing fat all day long because I walk around and work. It's not how it works, right? Your body has to be challenged. Your muscles have to be challenged. Your heart has to be challenged, period. That's why it's not the best thing to say. Now, I'm not saying don't do it, don't count it. If you're like, oh man, on a regular basis, I get around 7,000 calories of steps a day, like super great. 7 days a week cardio, you're gonna do 5, right? You're still gonna do cardio. And then sleep, make sure you sleep. Put that on your schedule. Like, I'm dead serious. A lot of people out there, like myself, I am speaking with experience. I have had some bad sleep in the past. And I'm kind of getting over some pretty effed up sleep right now because I've been traveling, got jet lag, I've been all over the place. I'm in bed at one point, I'm awake another. So I'm trying to get my sleep in. But again, there's people who have a hard time sleeping. So make sure you're doing everything you can to get yourself at a place where you're tired at night and you can go to sleep. Maybe you're taking some melatonin, some zinc, you know, shutting your screen off or putting on some blue light glasses. Oh my God. You know, whatever you're doing, you're prepping yourself at night to let yourself get tired and go to sleep, because that's going to be the biggest part of this entire process is your recovery. Let me tell you this, when I used to compete, not this year, before, like a couple years before, especially when I was using, I remember going to bed at 240 pounds and wake up at 240 pounds. Why? Because my sleep was terrible. I'd maybe sleep a couple hours, get up, not go back to sleep, rummaging around, you know, whatever, right? So sleep, you can literally burn 5 pounds of vapor. And when you sleep in, like, how is fat? It vaporizes away. In the most basic terms, your fat vaporizes. Ugh. 5 pounds can be gonzo if you sleep right. If you can sleep for 8 hours every night, you're winning. That is your secret sauce right there, is making sure that you wrap this entire thing up with some good old sleep. Obviously hydration as well too, and all those good things, but that's how we do it. All right, so remember, again, when it comes down to your diet, it comes down to nutrition. You're gonna make sure you're doing, let's say, easy 1 to 1 gram of protein per body weight. Then you're gonna eat, I would say, 20 to 30% of your calories are gonna come from healthy fats. Then you're gonna fill the rest with carbs. So what does that look like on my boy here eating 3750 calories? He's 250 pounds, he's eating 250 grams of protein. 1,000 calories, right? 1,000 calories in protein. Let's say the higher end, 3750 is 1,125 calories. Divide that by 9 is 125 grams of fat. He's making it super simple to understand, right? And then the rest of that, again, 125 times 9 equals plus 1,000 from the calories of protein equals, and then we're gonna subtract 2125 from 3750, and that equals 625 calories. 1625 calories divided by 4 is gonna give you 400 grams of carbs. That's gonna give you 3750 calories. Or remember, we said, you know, 3700. All right, we're just putting you in a small deficit. Now, again, we can always change a few of these variables. If you want to say, I don't want to do an hour of cardio, all right, cool. So let's do this instead. Let's dice off 500 calories. Let's take off 500 calories of food. You've eaten a lot, take 500 calories of food, and then you're only gonna do 30 minutes of cardio. There you go. Or chop it down to 45. And then you're like, oh man, I'm getting down to my body. I like this look a lot. What do I do? Why do I make sure I don't get fat? Super simple. You're adding 100 to 250 calories of food little by little, right? And you're at just enough that's gonna keep you satiated. I'm giving you guys an arbitrary number. Not everyone's gonna have a perfect case in terms of what they're eating. Is they're eating too much, all they have to do is eat less and do more and you're good. A lot of times I get calls, people have tried the calories in, calories out, they swear by it, and they've eaten hardly anything and done hardly anything, and all of a sudden they have nowhere to go because they can't burn any more fat because they've lowered their calories way too low and their metabolism slows right down. It's on reserve right now. Not everybody's in the situation I'm saying, but for the most part, if you can find maintenance and slowly take things out, we have to chop off 1,000 calories, we can chop off 250 to start. Then we can add another 100 again, or another 100 until we're maybe at 500 calorie deficit from just your nutrition, right? We don't have to dice away everything all at once. I'm giving you guys a super easy way to follow. It's gonna require work and consistency, but if you do this, you will see results, I promise you. And if this video wasn't clear enough, you can get my ebook and get more in-depth information with that. You will literally get to your goals with that book, I promise you. Anyway, get it now. If you need more help with your nutrition, you want me to do more nutrition videos, let me know in the comment section below in detail what topics in nutrition you want me to cover that you guys have some questions on. And again, if you want all those answers, got an ebook. But if you want to see me talk about it as well, let me know in the comment section below. Anyway, guys, till next time, binge watch my videos. You know how it is. Iron sharpens iron. Progressive overload your life. In the meantime, keep dream chasing. Peace.